All right, so for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this set of Klein screwdrivers. Now, these are an insulated pair of screwdrivers from Klein Tools. And if you are unfamiliar with insulated tools, basically you can use them when you're working around or on something that is live, and they will provide a certain amount of protection against electrical shock. Now, one of the most common misconceptions is that a normal screwdriver like this has some insulation rating on it, and that's just not true. You can use this on something that's live, or if you accidentally touch something that's live, you're not gonna feel it. Whereas, a screwdriver like this, just because it's got this rubber handle on it, doesn't make it insulated. You go ahead and touch something live with this screwdriver, and you're definitely going to feel it. So that's where these guys come in. These are USA-made screwdrivers from obviously Klein Tools, and they come in a number 2 Phillips and a quarter inch slotted. If you are wanting to get a larger range of insulated screwdrivers, Klein definitely has a bunch more, and there's definitely a bunch of other companies out there that make insulated screwdrivers, but these are probably going to be the most common insulated screwdrivers, or the most common sizes you're going to run into, whether you're doing heating and cooling or if you're doing electrical work. Now, these are mainly for electricians, since they tend to work around stuff that is live, or they're working in panels that are live. But us heating and cooling guys, we do have to sometimes do things live, so that is where these come in handy. Now, some guys do prefer to just buy insulated tools rather than have to deal with both insulated and non-insulated tools. My partner is one of them. He rocks the quarter inch slotted on a daily basis. That's because you never know if we're going to have to go into a panel and do something, or whatever it is. He always has a insulated screwdriver on him or on his tool pouch. So like I said, you're going to get a quarter inch and a number 2 Phillips, and the tops of them are clearly marked. Now, it's not going to tell you the exact size that it is, whereas on the normal screwdrivers, it'll tell you the size of the blade on there. But with these, you're not going to get that. You just get Phillips slotted, so you kind of have to go from there with at least this set. But they are nice Klein screwdrivers. They got that nice rubber molding, which I do like a lot. And you do have the Klein name that sticks out on the handle, which is nice. And then if you turn the tool over, it's going to give you a bunch of different warnings. And Klein does recommend, if you do damage this plastic insulation, to throw the tool away or destroy the tool. Now, personally, like I've always said here on the channel, if the insulation does get damaged, you don't necessarily have to throw the tool away. Definitely take it out of your everyday use, but you can definitely keep this guy around the house and use it as a tool around the house. As long as you're not working on anything live, instead of having to just throw the tool out. But if you want to throw the tool out, you can do that. And this, I believe, is that step design, or the slimline design. So this does fit into the breakers and some of the tighter spots, where if it was just a straight piece of insulation all the way up to the tip, would be fat all the way down. Some guys would resort to cutting the insulation off to get it to fit deeper into some of the breakers and things like that. That's not recommended for you to do, because you're subtracting more of that insulation rating, and you could be damaging that insulation rating as well. Coming up to here, you have your Klein Tools logo, and then you have the part number right there, and then you have the date that the tool was produced on there. That's pretty common for manufacturers to put the date on the tool, just so that you know when the tool was made and approximately how old the tool is. So this particular screwdriver was made in February of 2022. And then you come over to the back side of the screwdriver, and you have all of your verifications that the tool went through and the standards that the tool meets to get its 1,000-volt rating. So this, I believe, Klein tests them up to 10,000 volts to get it to be rated up to 1,000 volts. So this will protect you up to 1,000 volts. So that is the quarter inch slotted. The Phillips is generally going to be the same. Now, this guy was made February of of 21, so it's a little bit older than the slotted screwdriver, but still, it's still going to be a decent screwdriver, and it's going to be the exact same setup as the slotted, just instead you're going to have that Phillips head on there. And now these are very, like I said, these are the most two common sizes, whether you're putting together an outlet or you're working with an electrical box. You're going to be two most common sizes to use, so you could use it to, you know, screw down your plate cover screws on there. Or if you're putting together an outlet, you can use it on there. And that's mainly, I think, why my partner uses it. Just because, like I said, you never know if something's going to be live or not. You never know where that screwdriver is going to be touching. You may think you have it isolated and you've checked that it's isolated, but things happen and power can somehow get turned back on. And if you were to touch it, you know, you're going to have some sort of protection. So that's where these guys come in. Now you can buy these screwdrivers separate, or you can buy them in a 2-pack kit, and then they also have some other additional kits out there. Now Klein also has a couple kits out there that have it's a little bit different color of a screwdriver. It's still insulated, whereas instead of having that yellow acetate or that yellow plastic, it's just all orange, and the handle is black, and it has a hole in the back. So if you were working, you know, at a height with it, you could potentially put a tether through that. And if you were to accidentally drop it, you wouldn't have to worry about it falling to the ground. So Klein does also have some screwdrivers like that. But this is a 2-pack you can pick up, or like I said, you can pick up individual screwdrivers. Your local supply house, your electrical supply houses, I'm not sure, they used to carry these, but I know some of the ones around here where I live start carrying the other sets of the screwdrivers out there. You can definitely still find these online, Amazon, Acme Tool, and things like that. So I will drop a couple links in the description below if you want to pick this specific set up, and if you want to find out some more information about this set through Klein's website. But that's pretty much it for this review. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them down in the comments section below. And as always, thanks for watching.